Hey, what is going on, guys? Hex Competitive back in today with a brand new video, and as always in the title below will be the topic we're talking about today, which just happens to be about the final of Kabaneri, the Iron Forces episode 12. Now, I know a lot of you guys can be saying, hey, what did you think of it? What did you think of not only episode 12, but the anime as a whole? We'll have another season. We will get to that. But to start off this episode, we're going to start off where we left off in episode 11. So basically we have Ikoma and Kuruzu showing up, and I think all that was good. You know, all that was badass. I loved it, but at the same time it definitely was, it happened pretty quick to say the least. In the Biba fight, I mean, in all these fights for Kabaneri Iron Forces, they kind of were the same. They kind of seemed too sudden, ending quickly, and that's not even necessarily because the anime is rushed. It just kind of happened, and then it was, well, over. The threat always was made to be huge, but the threat was never really huge whenever it came to the actual action scene. And another thing simply was, at the beginning of this episode, Biba talks about how humans are cowards when it comes to Kabaneris, and how they live in fear, and they let fear judge how they live. And that's a perfect example. I mean, fear was basically the biggest word when it came to this anime. It was the word that is the mascot of this anime, really, when you look at it. Fear determined how people would treat other humans. Trust issues. They thought it was a curse. I mean, people died because they're scared of Kabaneri. So just because someone says, hey, he's a Kabaneri, or not, excuse me, not Kabaneri, but Kabane, they all react, and they even went as far to kill them. So, I mean, fear itself is a perfect example of, and cowardliness is a perfect example for this anime. But yeah, Biba, it doesn't make sense because he's kind of contradicting himself right there. He's basically saying everybody's weak, so he's basically saying I should die too, so why is he killing humans? It doesn't really make sense. He's contradicting himself. You know what it takes to not be that, but yet you're still being that. But we finally do get to see Ikoma save Mume, and he uses all the white blood, so I kind of found that, like, well, wait a minute, wasn't he supposed to save that half of it for himself? Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be split in half. I was kind of like, is he just an idiot? Did he pass out? Well, what was going on there? And I mean, still with that fight scene, I wasn't completely happy, and it finally came down to the end of Mume figuring out, hey, I gotta save Ikoma. We're eating rice patties together. We're doing all that great stuff. But it's just kind of like, well, to say the least, not necessarily done well, but just done quick again. And I think you guys will know where I'm going with this when it comes to the end of this video. Now, what was cool was Biba saved Ikoma. I think when he stabbed him or something, he had white blood cells on him, and he put it into Ikoma in order to end up saving him in the end. So, I mean, that was pretty neat, but at the same time, it's like, you came to kill him. I mean, you were going to kill him at the same time. Like, he's literally going to sneak up and kill him. He's trying to kill him when he's unconscious. So why did he end up saving him? I never really understood that. But all in all, when it came down to Kabaneri and Iron Forces, will it have a season 2? I don't know, but it left so many questions saying it should have a season 2, simply because one of the biggest plot points throughout the anime was that we never got to see anybody get turned back to a human again, like Ikoma promised. I mean, and when you're making that, one of the brightest spots in the anime, Kabaneris becoming humans again, and humans who became Kabanes basically would become human again. I mean, that would make sense because it's the same virus. So you're talking about saving mankind, and not having to worry about flesh wounds from Kabaneris and getting bitten by them. You're basically talking about stopping an apocalyptic virus, a zombie virus. So that never got determined, and at the same time, Kabane still rule the world, and it's like you're ending something that's, I don't know, the ending didn't feel like it was the end. But can I tell you if there's supposed to be a season 2 or not? No, that's impossible for me to tell you that, simply because the anime is ahead of the manga. In the rare case of like a series for the end, the anime is ahead of the manga, which it gets a story from. It's not a light novel, so it's just kind of like, what's gonna happen next, and how long would it be? We don't want another Attack on Titan kind of thing. And well, when the manga's kind of behind the anime at the same time, the manga's not even finished on season 1, how are we supposed to expect a season 2 anytime soon? And what studio is doing at that? Good job with studio, but you take too damn long. And at the same time, the anime was good. I will give the anime if there's a season 2, I think the grade would go up. I think it would definitely fit it to go upward. And now that's simply because, once again, the plot points were, well, never really mentioned. At the same time, it was very, very rushed. The first half seemed good. The second half seemed good. But everything, all the material they had there was good. It's just, it happened so fast. And some points in the, I didn't really care in the last episode. Some points I was just kind of like, well, okay, that's cool. I guess you could say I was almost fighting myself to say, hey, this is good, this is great. But I really came to the realization that it is good, but it's just too fast. But that's my review on Kabaneri the Iron Fortress. I hope you guys did enjoy the series as much as I did. I do highly recommend it to you guys, especially with the hope of there possibly being a season 2. But I mean, other than that, hey, go watch it, give it a chance. Ending, it's just it's up to you guys to decide. It's definitely too fast paced, but it's up to you guys to decide, and hopefully there will be a season 2, because that will really dictate a lot of things on how you feel about the anime in the end. But I never want to let anyone down, so always be aware, hey, it could not have a season 2. And with that ending, you may be let down, and I kind of am. I'm kind of teeter-tottering right now. But as always, guys, be sure to leave a like, a comment, a subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at Hex25. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.